That man was a magician.
Yeah, Larry Bird was the coldest shit talker ever, man. And he bagged it up because he was so cold.
He's demolishing everybody.
He hit it and looked at me and he was like, damn, I didn't mean to leave nothing on the clock.
I remember him, he was cursing under his breath. And I asked him, I said, Larry, what's going on with you? He says, you guys are being disrespectful to me. And I says, what are you talking about? He says, you guys are putting a white guy on me. That's disrespectful.
Wait, who's the white guy you put out here?
I can't remember who it was. I just started laughing. I had no comeback. And he says, it's disrespectful when y'all put a white guy on me. And I'm sitting there like, I'm laughing in the middle of a game. Like, Larry beat you with his will and his mind. But he didn't have the athletic ability that Kobe and Michael and LeBron and those guys had. Yeah. Larry willed himself and his team to win.
It's too easy to have Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant as an idol. The guy flies around and do whatever he wants. It's too easy. My guy doesn't run, doesn't jump, and play the best of everybody else. He's here. This is my idol, the best player ever, in my opinion.
We walk out on the court, and he said, who guarding me? Larry used to always call me Cheesy, right? He's like, Cheesy, who guarding me? And I was like, I got Kelly, I got Lamb, I got Benson. He's like, you ain't got no brothers? like you? He's like, you
disrespecting me.
That's what he said. Yeah. That's exactly what he said. He said, hey, man, you can't put no white dude on me. That is straight disrespect. Right? He said, don't put no white dude on me. So check this out. So the next year we come back, I said, I got somebody for your ass, right? He said, who you got? I said, Rob. He said, okay. He's a little better. He said, but don't ever put no white dude on me because that is disrespectful.
Yeah, Larry Bird was the coldest talker ever, man. And he bagged it up because he was so cold. I'm going to take you over to this corner. I'm going to dribble 2 times. I'm going to hit your ass in the face. And it bet not touch the rim. Wow. And then he said, if it do, I'm going to come right back and do it again until it touch it. That's how Larry Bird used to get out.
Wow, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So ask people about him. Motherfucker used to tell you, boy, you can't do shit with me. I'm too motherfucking good for this.
Wow.
I'm going to give you a Christmas present. This jumper in your face. It's like it is, man.
I go shake his hand, and he put both hands behind his back. And I'm saying, okay, he's getting his head ready to play. And first play of the game, he says, I don't know where they got you guarding me, Holmes. And he shoots a 3. I was pissed. I said, I wasn't mad he hit the 3. But this some bitch that's called me Holmes, And so it's set up for a really interesting game. Because I remember one time I came down and I dunked it on him. He laying on the ground. He fouled me, and I'm pointing.
Want to run? They find where.
And we said, hey, Rook. I said, what? He said, what? He said, I like you. You got, he said, you got balls, but I'm still going to get 30 on your ass. He got about 38, but I had to pay my dues. I wasn't upset about that because, back then, as a rookie, you got to pay your dues. Simple as that.
Who's the first person to bust your ass?
Man, I'm going to keep this real with y'all, man. My ass got busted real early, man. We was playing Boston Celtics, so the great Larry Bird. I didn't really know much about I'm from Indiana. Larry's from Indiana. I knew about the history of Larry, but I didn't realize how he really got down. When we got to Boston that morning, I knew something wasn't right. I saw an X-Man. He was limping around the court a little bit like he was sore. I figured he'd be all right,
Xavier McDaniel.
I figured he'd be all right. But I go to the game on the early bus. I get there. They come out on the court. They say, hey, Sean, you starting tonight against Larry. And I was like, what the hell? Okay. I'm all for it, So actually, he didn't play. He had a sore knee. But my point to you is this: Larry gave me 50 and 3/4.
Oh. There's the white flag right now.
Bird on the 20-year-old Kemp. Takes a follower. Oh, he's got 40.
He was hitting everything, and he talked to me the whole entire game.
What did he say?
Young dude. Well, first of all, he asked me at the jump ball. He said, "You the cat that broke all my records in high school, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's me." He go, "Yeah, you the one that used to dunk my brother too, right? Like Eddie." And I was like, "Yeah, that's me." He said, "I got you tonight." So every shot he was calling at the defensive end, he would tell me, he'd be like, "When I get down to the other end, I'm gonna pump fist you, get an and one on you, look at you, wax." That's how cold Larry Bird was.
He was a savant on the court, like just a savant, like 2 plays ahead on everything. I was just talking about this maybe 3 or 4 days ago, how hard it was to go into Boston and beat a team when Bird is in his prime.
We were playing Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. So they gave me the task of guarding Larry Bird. Guarding Larry Bird, I'm like this 25-year-old rookie in the league. They said, "Dennis, you have to guard him." And I'm like, and say, guard him. So that was my whole job, to guard the toughest guy on the team, on the other teams. So, so I'm guarding him. And every time I turn my head, he's over there in the 3-point line. He said, "I'm over here, Rook." I'm like, let's I got to go out there and run out there like a dumbass. Let's go out there, try to contest him. He hit the 3. I'm like, okay.
The chubby white guy, he wore us out, man. Because he just, this muscle here, the one between his ears,
Yeah.
that was his best, because he made the 3-pointers and he had assists and rebounded, steals. He was always at the right place at the right time on the court. One of the great players I had the opportunity to play against.
There's nobody that I ever played against that I love and respected more than Larry Bird. The man, listen, you couldn't give him an inch or he would just shoot it right in your face. He was dominant at both ends of the court. And so Larry Bird made me a better player, and I think I made him a better player. And together, we made the NBA better.
I remember sitting on the bench watching Kevin McHale and Larry Bird. And Larry Bird did something. To me, I'm still marveled at this. And he got so many people. It was a timeout. And one of our teammates, Bart Kofold, had a camera. Right. He's taking pictures. So Larry Bird came over there and looked at our bench. And he said, 3-pointer from right over here. So I'm sitting over there looking like Babe Ruth. Man, we're all in your shot already, Wayne, right? Yeah. So Isaiah, I'm sitting there looking. He looked down at the floor. Hell, everybody looked down at the floor. He like he threw something. And he hit a 3. Can you believe that? And I remember Kevin kind of looking over at the bench like this is going to be a long night.
So Leon Wood was one of my teammates, and we're sitting in the locker room getting ready for the 3-point shooting contest. And I was kind of just talking to Leon, trying to calm him down, and got all these 3-point shooters in there. Bird comes in and says, "Which one of you is going to come in second place?" So, like, which one of you going to come in second place? I'm sitting around. Nobody said nothing. It was one of the best scenes I've ever, I'm looking around. I'm not in the contest, so I can't say anything. Nobody said a word.